Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
So you did get some support in the end. Ironically, pardon the pun. In the end, you did get some support for give yourself some extra time yesterday morning, Kirby.
Yes.
As far as the layer of frost on your windshield. Today, I would say it again. Give yourself some extra time. Certainly, if you're headed anywhere that involves highway travel, I might even just put that off. I would. Let's get some reports. Our listeners are fantastic for this. Boston Pizza text line, 762-555. I know on Abenoji this morning, visibility was near zero. Same on Laz. You're saying, Joe, in the city it wasn't closer to the city center wasn't good?
Keniston, you couldn't see more than a block ahead of you, and the turns. You know what was really tricky was on some of these main thoroughfares, the curb lane. You couldn't see the curbs.
Yeah.
So you got to definitely be careful and slow down. So, yes, that would be a good approach today to maybe give yourself some extra time. We're already hearing about some icy conditions on the perimeter. This came in from Silent J. Highway 1 between Deacon's Corner and the perimeter, very icy. So we're going to get a lot of that today, too.
I just saw that on Manitoba 511. They have Deacon's Corner listed as very icy this morning.
Got this in just now. Can't see a thing 15 feet ahead. Also got this here. Kirby called it yesterday. That layer of frost. 6-car accident, South Perimeter yesterday morning.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
Well, I mean, give yourself a little extra time this morning. Make sure your lights are on. That is very helpful.
Tail lights. Oh,
yes, especially in this fog, obviously. And, I definitely started the car a little earlier today. So
Highway 7, 4 a.m. this morning. Pretty thick.
Oh, yeah, you're going to be getting a lot of that outside the city. So.
Pea soup fog. Where does that, like pea soup? I like pea soup. Pea soup with ham.
Don't love it.
No, eh?
I do,
don't love it.
but without the ham.
Don't love the driving conditions and don't love the soup, the real thing.
So don't get you a big can of that Habitant. Do you ever see that on the shelves?
Yeah.
Habitant pea soup?
I'll walk right past it, and whether it has ham or not, it's got peas.
You know, Phil, correct me if I'm wrong. You are like a Tim Hortons diehard.
Oh, yeah. Every day, you mean? Like on my way in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you remember, and I guarantee the text line will remember this, speaking of soup, and Joe, you might too, they had bread bowls that you could get soup in or chili.
Yeah.
Do
Sure.
you remember those?
Perkins used to have that too. Salads in bread bowls.
I don't know what it is about a bread bowl, but I mean, it's just my love language.
You can still buy Tim's soup in a can, though, unfortunately. It doesn't come in a bread bowl.
Yeah, on
That's
the
your
shelves.
favorite grocers.
Yeah.
But
It's
I'm with
good.
you. I like the
The
bread
bread
bowl.
bowl made a difference.
Anytime
Comfort.
you can eat what your meal comes in,
Yes.
there should be more of this. There should be bread plates.
Like a taco salad will come in like a tortilla, like a crispy tortilla shell.
Let's do it.
You know, Kirby, you just turned this whole fog thing around. Bread bowls. That could put a smile on anybody's face.
I'm glad I could do that.
Philly Joe Kirby
Philly Joe and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Call the Bone phone, 780-BONE. Brought to you by Auto Gallery of Winnipeg.
Hey, yeah, it's great. You know what? I love this new perimeter they put on the south end. These roundabouts. What happened to the street lights? These roundabouts. I mean, you know what? It sounds like a great idea. There's a reason why we haven't used them in, 100-plus years. When there's an accident, you're waiting hours to get on them. It reminds me of a National Lampoon's vacation, of a European vacation. Going round and round, it's like, hey, there's Big Bend Parliament. Big Bend Parliament. Can't get on these darn things. Time, let's go, city. Let's wake up. Let's go back to the street light. Anyways, have a great day.
Interesting. Yeah, you are seeing more and more traffic circles.
Yeah, I mean, I call Bridgewater the land of traffic circles.
I don't mind them
getting out there.
Within city limits. I'm okay. I'm fine with them, but
They've been around for years, and yet some people have not figured out whether you speed up, slow down, stop to let somebody in. Only in this province, though.
I want to know what percentage of Winnipeggers actually know what to do at a traffic circle. That would be an interesting study. I think it would be staggering, the amount of people who don't know.
I've always said that they should put like a warning sign. Like, you know how like sometimes the lights will flash if like the lights are going to change, like give you like a heads up?
Yeah.
Like they should give you a heads up that you're about to enter a traffic circle. So if you're not prepared, you can turn off
Oh, man.
and figure it out.
Oh, my God. What am I going to do here?
Oh, God.
Walker, Texas Ranger, sticking with the roads here.
Hey, Philly Joe Kirby, Walker, Texas Ranger here. Just was listening to the radio this morning about all these accidents out St. Mary's in the perimeter. If anybody's been out there, I don't know if you guys have been out there or not, but that is a death trap. Because if you're going downhill on ice and you lose traction, you may as well put your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye, or hit the ditch, because you're going to hit somebody, and somebody's going to hit you, and somebody else is going to hit them, and you're going to have a big chain of cars crash, just like there was this morning. Yeah.
Interesting call there.
There's a lot of collisions that we're going to report in just a few minutes with city traffic. Like, there's a ton of icy conditions outside the city here around the perimeter today. So
You've been doing a great job keeping up on that, Joe.
There you go.
wow.
I mean that. Like, that's a genuine
Thanks.
compliment.
Appreciate it.
That was very
Thank you.
nice. Very nice, heartfelt,
Phil.
and genuine of you, Kirby. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Dennis the Menace wants to comment on something the hooligan was complaining about, I want to say a week or two ago. Somebody with one of those storage pods on his street.
Good morning, PJK. I heard the Bone Phone hooligan going on about somebody having a pod on his street in front of his house. Yeah, I get you. I feel your pain there. I've got a neighbor right across the street from me that has 3 or 4 vehicles, and they parked 3 of them in front of my house. So in summertime, not a big deal, doesn't really matter. However, in winter, when they block my sidewalk after I've shoveled, it gets pretty friggin' annoying. Like, honestly, people, who does that? Don't block somebody's walkway in winter. Anyway, let's go Big Blue, let's go Jets. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it can be tough. There's not a lot of parking on those residential streets.
No, but I will suggest that that pod idea, I'm really thinking about adding to the expansion of my house by just putting a pod on there, keeping the garage for the vehicles, but just a little side room.
Oh, it's nice.
Something,
I like it.
A little rec room activity.
Yeah.
Can I rent it out when I go to that part of the city to, tie one on?
I'm going to make it an Airbnb, my pod.
I don't know if you want to say yes to that request, Joe.
She was just nice to me about traffic.
Yeah, but there's no way she's staying in the pod. She's going to be in there about 30 seconds, and you're going to get, Joe, I'm cold.
I need to go to the bathroom.
Joe.
I'm going to tell you something right now. I'll just be going into the pod. You and Christy can have the time of your life inside the house.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Okay, on the topic of Breadbowls, which came up about a half an hour ago, we were talking about soups, and I said I like, because it's the crazy fog out there this morning. I'm sure you've noticed if you've been driving or outside at all. And I said, yeah, pea soup fog. That's an old term. And that got us into pea soup. And Kirby said, remember when Tim Hortons used to put their soup in a bread bowl?
Man, that's like part of my core childhood memories.
Yeah, and I say, Perkins used to put their salads in bread bowls, chilies in bread bowls.
You had a great upbringing, because I'm telling you right now, if I had ever suggested to my parents that we were going out to buy soup in a bread bowl instead of that can of soup that was already on the Lazy Susan there on the Wheel of Fortune, where you'd spin it around and hope to God you got one that hasn't expired. There was no bread bowl.
Yeah, no, I've had salads in bread bowls and a chili in a bread bowl, and that is marvelous.
Chili, I think, would be the home run, especially this time of year.
Yeah.
That or like a broccoli cheddar, because that's like distinctly what I think I used to get in the bread bowl was like that, or like a tomato soup.
That's a good soup, the broccoli cheddar. No question.
No, we're not touching any of those.
You're not a broccoli cheddar.
No.
What's your soup, Joe?
What are you
Chicken
doing against
noodle.
broccoli cheddar?
Just chicken noodle.
It's good for the soul. Italian wedding. Yeah, there's no need for all that stuff. It's a soup.
I got this.
I'm old school.
I got this from the butcher on the Boston Pizza text line. I still make bread bowls, and I'm going to start this over. I don't want to screw this up. It's a very important text message. I still make bread bowls with my bread maker, and I cut the loaf in half and hollow it out. It works great. Dude's making his own. The butcher's making his own bread bowls.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
With a bread maker.
Is he married? The butcher, are you married?
We want to be his roommate. We want to be your roommate.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
So I feel lucky that we have pretty much our very own John King from CNN working right here at 92.1 City in the studios. Joe Aiello, who is basically
a big fan.
Well, we've become big fans in this room of John King and just the way he covers an election. Like, you know, we have a result last night. Donald Trump is been declared the president of the United States. He wins. But what we like most about the coverage is watching a guy like John King, and he's not the only one who does this, but he's got the data. He's got he looks like a weatherman with the screen. With
the charts and everything.
Oh, and he's just boom.
The map of America. We got this state over here, that state over there. I mean, I wouldn't even do it justice. But
also the fact that the guy just peels off this, data. I wouldn't even know if he was making some of it up as he goes because it's so fast and quick. But he knows his stuff.
I don't truly know how the election's going until I see him. Yep. And he does dive into it like, this is how Biden did a few years ago, just to give you an idea of where Kamala needs to be. And it's like, whoa, now I know what's happening.
Yeah.
I still don't know what's happening.
But he reiterates all the time. That's the best part. Like, he'll go back.
On that touchscreen.
Yeah, and last night he was going back, not only talking about the election as it's happening, taking you back to 4 years ago on what states the swing states were, like Pennsylvania and Georgia, because Biden had the lead. And then he goes, pop, 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 pop.
These bar graphs are coming up and pie charts. And
you might as well have started throwing up factoids like, hey, best Philly cheesesteak right here in this area. Put it on the map.
Well, we were joking earlier that I said that I think Joe and John would be good friends. Joe Aiello and John King, because I could see you two having a great conversation, having a great lunch. It just would work.
To be a fly on the wall during that chat.
So what if John King made a visit to Winnipeg and the crucial battleground of this election was Phil Aubry and Transcona, Shalinda Kirby in St. Boniface?
Oh, boy.
Because, hey, they are neck and neck. They're neighboring.
Yeah.
The crucial battleground. Could you imagine if John King was calling that election? Would it sound something like this?
I have a feeling we're about to find out what it would sound like.
Okay. Here we go. Well, we've got the red state. The Red Dragon, of course, in the red state has the hockey parent vote. If you break that down, that's about 86% of the vote, the hockey parent vote. But take a look at the purple state. Yes, Shalinda Kirby, purple hair, the Vegetarian Express. We obviously know she's got 92% of the vegetarian vote. There's no way that Aubrey is going to be able to cover the vegetarian state. Now, how about this? Let's talk about a comeback for the Red Dragon. We take a look at the magic wall here. He's leading in gingers. And, of course, ahead right now ahead.
Gingers, baby.
76% of the vote. In 2020, he had the vote, and he's holding on to it. The sciatica sufferers. He's got them covered off. One of the deciding groups, let's take it back to 2020. Shalinda Kirby, still in St. Boniface, making her home there. She's covering off a lot of groups there. The crazy cat lady has all the cat owners.
I can't touch them.
Listen, you can't touch them. Phil Aubry cannot touch them because of goldfish. Nobody has goldfish anymore. Not even close. Now, there are a lot of votes that need to be counted still in this area. The French community, a little confused. Their representative, believe it or not, speaks better French in Transcona than the person that actually speaks English in their community. That one's going to be a toss-up. Wow. That could be a flip state right there. Right there. CNN projecting wins at the Spike and CN employees right now for the Red Dragon with the lead there. Once again, railway workers backing the Red Dragon. Now, CNN not projecting a win yet at Marion and Archibald, but with animal lovers. Yes, the purple state leading in animal lovers. Now, back to the magic wall. CNN confident in projecting a big win at Organic Tan, where Kirby, believe it or not, used to spray tan people. She worked votes.
I've been spray tanned before. I might be able to break into that.
I wasn't lucky enough to do yours.
Yeah.
But,
Phil Aubry with the Medicare system doing really well with stiff leg syndrome sufferers as well. Kirby has done a wonderful job meeting the seniors walking at the Forks, while Philly has worked nightly at hockey arenas. The vote to 921 still running. The battleground too tight to call. Let's back that up right now. Too close to call, red or purple. It's up to you. That's it from me.
Oh, Joe. That's fantastic.
That was amazing, Joe.
Yeah.
Well done.
And I'm happy to be the leader of those two areas. Thanks. I think, did you declare me the winner there? I think you did.
It's too close to call right now. City CNN, not ready to call a winner just yet.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
You got some news for me, Joe, that I should be concerned with?
I think so.
What do you... now I'm concerned that you're concerned, that you think I should be concerned.
I hate to do this to you because I think you and your wife have been on the right page lately in your relationship, but John Bon Jovi has come up in my news feed here again.
What's he doing? What's he
getting
doing?
together.
What, trying to steal my wife again?
Well, it might just happen organically because he's getting together with Pitbull.
And you're making a song.
I saw that.
Yeah, they're collabing on a song called Now or Never, but it's basically a remix of It's My Life from Bon Jovi.
Ooh, with Mr. 305.
And now she's getting involved, or he's getting involved with the
What, my
Latino
wife's getting
sensation. Well, I don't know, but Pitbull, he gets big crowds at his concerts too. He's a megastar.
And that song's going to be everywhere. You just know it. Like, it'll be on my wife's playlist.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I don't want you to walk it. Like yesterday, you had her car here at work.
Yes,
because
I needed the space for the kids I had to pick up.
The last thing I want is you to walk into the car and all of a sudden something clicks in with her playlist, and there it is.
Well, she's always listening to Bon Jovi. It's like her go-to.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I'm well aware of what's happening.
I gotta say, I'm a little bit more scared for her to get into Phil's vehicle and plug into his Bluetooth and have whatever he was watching or listening to.
No. I delete the browser history and incognito, so we're good.
One of the greatest inventions of all time, incognito. I've said many.
I will say this about Bon Jovi, though. That, all of my jealousy aside, just to back up a little bit, of course, for those who might not know, he's on my wife's list. You know how couples have their lists, right? And certainly John Bon Jovi is number one with a bullet.
I don't even know anybody else on the list. That's never come up before.
On
right,
her
Curbs?
list?
Yeah, we just know of Bon Jovi. And I'm guessing Pitbull now.
Yeah.
Might have to.
I don't know.
No Pitbull. I don't think Pitbull.
Doesn't want any Latino eat?
I don't know. I just don't know. I've never heard her mention him. But what I was going to say is that would be that would be such, not to state the obvious, but that would be a great concert. If they get Bon Jovi to Winnipeg, like I saw Def Leppard and everybody was singing every single song.
Yes.
I kind of forgot how many Def Leppard songs were great sing-along songs. Could you imagine a Bon Jovi crowd here?
I was at the last one, and Richie Sambora was not part of that show, and it was like 98% women at this concert.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you're
a single guy.
Well,
one of the highlights of my time in Nashville was being at John Bon Jovi's bar,
right,
singing his songs. I mean, he
Okay.
wasn't there. There was a cover band, but it was his bar.
and you were singing songs in his bar, his songs.
Yeah, and then I was looking around thinking Phil would be so intimidated in this place.
Intimidated? Who said anything about intimidated? I'm not intimidated by John Bon Jovi.
Have you seen how tight his jeans are?
I don't care. I wear Slims, athletic Slims.
I will say this. It's not like, I mean, if you were the guy that said, hey, my wife left me for John Bon Jovi, like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like
You're showing pictures of Phil in the tabloid magazines. Like,
my wife, like right now,
poor guy from Winnipeg was left by his wife.
My wife left me for a guy named John. See, he just doesn't have the same move, but my wife left me for John Bon Jovi. Like, you almost could live with that. That's almost a badge.
That would be so funny. Can you, like, John coming to pick up the kids with my wife? Like, hey, honey, how are you? Yeah.
Dad, JBJ is so much cooler than you.
But never mind. Nobody at the school would even know who it was outside of the guy that burned Phil. It's like,
he's got his own private jet. Oh, man. That would be good. Okay. Thanks, Joe, for bringing that up.
Sorry.
That's PJK Extra.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Kirby, would you rather have a pool in your backyard or live next to the ocean? So this is, obviously, you're an apartment dweller, but let's play pretend. Next to the ocean or pool in the backyard?
You know, I'm going to go with the ocean because the pool would involve upkeep.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to be in charge of cleaning that thing. I just want to utilize it. And with the ocean, well, it's the ocean. And it comes with a bunch of like lovely creatures that I could be friends with.
So you're gonna venture out into the ocean and be friends with like whales and dolphins.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Yes, and crabs. And
interesting.
fish.
Yeah, right. Okay, Kirby's going ocean, Joe.
I think I'd go ocean just for the view itself, right? Like if you've ever been away to a resort or somewhere warm, yeah, a lot of times that ocean view is a little bit more costly.
I would go pool because hosting is so wonderful when you have a pool.
Yeah.
Like you don't really need that. You got a pool. You throw a few drinks around around on your deck.
Yep.
And the pool is what
doubt.
everybody's coming over for. And it's just a lot of fun when you have a pool.
Yeah,
just
and
hanging
everyone's
out
peeing in
on
it.
a hot. Who's peeing in you're peeing in your friend's pool?
Oh, guaranteed. If you're inviting people over, they're peeing in your pool.
Here's the thing.
Way. No way.
The pool
That is not true.
The pool has chlorine. The
Yeah.
ocean, people pee in the ocean too, and there's no
It's
chlorine.
salt, okay? It's got a lot of salt.
It does.
Would you rather, Kirby, be best friends? So this is you talk to this person, you text with them daily. Would you rather be best friends with the Hulk or John Wick?
I can't deal with the anger from the Hulk. That just, it's just too much for me. Like, his vibe, he'd have to come down
He's got a
a few
temper.
notches.
There's no question he's got a temper, but you'd always
Yeah.
feel safe. You hold hands with that big
I would also
hand.
feel safe with John Wick
That's a
and,
good
and
point.
just more of a composed man. A little
Wears
more.
wears the same thing every day, though, John Wick. You're not getting...
That's fine. I can match that.
I'll tell you what, hard pressed to have a conversation with either one of them. Neither really, but more the silent type, except when they're. You know what? There's more similarities than you think. I mean, the Hulk always wore the same pair of cutoff jeans.
That's true.
Right?
He doesn't have a lot of variance in the wardrobe either.
And there was always the one suit until he got the new suit, if I spoiled anything for you, in John Wick 4. No, it has to be John Wick. Yeah.
Do you
I think so.
Kirby, do you think as a female, if you tried to change John Wick's wardrobe, do you think he'd buy in? Like, John, you've got to start wearing different things.
I just
that
don't even
suit everywhere we go.
I can't even picture him in Bermuda shorts
Yeah,
or something like
exactly.
that, on vacation.
No, there's no vacation. There's no carry-on luggage. He just walks on with
I
this.
know.
That would be a red flag. But he does love dogs, as somebody mentioned on the Boston Pizza text line. So I'm a John Wick guy.
I think he'd even wear that suit on the beach. I'm pretty sure John would still have
Just
that.
No sweat.
Soaking up that heat.
The guy, you see some of those fight scenes? There's no sweat.
Would you rather be abducted by aliens or stranded at sea? I apologize, we got a double ocean question today. But would you rather be abducted by aliens, Kirby, or stranded at sea?
I definitely don't want to be stranded at sea. I was stranded on Lake Winnipeg once in a pedal boat, and it was not fun. Okay.
Stranded? What do you mean? You couldn't
How
pedal anymore?
far out were you from
Stranded.
from the sense stranded?
I don't think you were stranded.
I was stranded. Remember, I told you this story a long time ago. I almost drowned with an ex that I had, and we went out into the pedal boat, and it ended up sinking. And we had
I
to
don't remember this story. Okay.
Anyways, it was very traumatic.
Oh, I guess.
Okay.
As you giggled through telling us this story.
Well, because I lived, so
Yes.
it's funny now. But I'm going to say the aliens. More interesting, I'm sure.
Okay.
More
Joe.
interesting. I'll tell you right now, I have no chance of getting probed, stranded in the sea than I do with the aliens. I've seen too many of those movies.
Yeah.
I want nothing to do with the aliens.
So stranded at sea.
I'll take my chances.
Let's wrap with this. And I feel like we may have had this. Apologize if we have. Would you rather wear a cape everywhere you go or a cloak everywhere you go?
Yeah.
We've
yeah.
had it.
Yeah,
had
but
this
it's a
one.
great question.
Okay, Curbs.
I don't even remember what I said last time. So
It's just funny to picture you guys in one or the other.
a cape or a cloak?
So like a wizard cloak or the cape.
You know what? A cloak is a little bit more functionable for the winter. You can wrap your whole self into it. A cape just covers the back,
That's true.
you know?
Very good point.
Yeah.
Very good point. Yeah, we are a winter province, as they say.
And a cape, if you're wearing either in public, it's a sense of a very important. Like I'm an important person if you have that.
Well, let's just play the game of coat check. Okay, you walk up to coat check. There's a good chance that the person working there that's ready to give you your ticket for the tip or the price is going, would you like to leave your cloak? But they're trying not to giggle when they say, would you like to leave your cape?
Right?
You know
the
what I
cape
mean?
is a little funnier.
Yeah, cape,
yes.
cape, no, all day long at Comic-Con. Wear your cape. Right?
Very good answers today. That's Would You Rather Wednesday.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
I think you guys are going to like this. According to the internet, if a dude
That's
is...
a good start. That's a good start to
yeah.
any
I
story.
I know, especially today.
Yeah.
According to the internet, if a dude is wearing gray sweatpants, automatically hot, like super sexy. Because guys in gray sweatpants or when he wears gray sweatpants has over like 132 million posts on TikTok. And basically it's like sweatpants season because it's cooler out now. And
There has to be some asterisk
Well, I
on
think
what kind of sweats you're wearing. We're not talking like
Yeah.
old school like sweats like my dad used to wear around the house. Like we're talking those slick, slim fitting. Like my kid wears the sweats all the time.
Like
both my
joggers.
kids, the joggers.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
With the tight around the ankles, like that type of stylish sweats.
Yeah, they're
right?
almost like a pant
Yes.
right now. Like mine, I was wearing them on Halloween. I had a few buddies bust my balls. I had my
Are they
gray.
tight?
No, but they're not. But they're the Roots. I have the Roots gray sweats.
Joe.
So I was wearing, because I don't usually wear
Stylish.
sweatpants, but I'm usually wearing shorts around the house. But I was outside on Halloween, so I had my gray Roots sweats. But those are a name brand, You're right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing like athletic jogging
the joggers.
track. Yeah, because I'm not that athletic. But
I think I got to get into them though because they're comfortable, they're stylish.
Yeah.
like
Well,
why not?
and the ladies are liking them clearly. But
Yeah.
there's
hockey
some,
players wear them all the time.
yeah.
there's psychology behind this, okay? I looked into it, and it's because, like, I guess they're perceived as, like,
Athletic?
No, that you appear laid back.
Okay, like a relaxed personality. You're
Yeah.
not going to be intense.
And,
Wearing sweatpants makes you seem laid back. That's good.
and specifically light gray gets a few extra points with the ladies.
So when Joe and I wear, like when it's gym day, when him and I are heading to the gym
yes,
after
'cause
work,
that happens a lot.
and we're both wearing our Zubas,
Mm.
is that more of an intense look?
Those were baggy back in the day, and they're still hot.
Not as laid back, though, is what I'm trying to say, the Zubas.
Yeah, and the tighter they are, like, I don't really know what to level of tightness. I don't know.
A few ladies are representing you and your thoughts here, but a lot of them thinks it has a lot to do with the package situation in
Well,
sweats.
that's kind of what I'm somewhat alluding to. Like, it doesn't leave a lot to the imagination. Like, what gray sweatpants are like yoga pants were for women, I guess.
I still like yoga
Are.
pants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it depends how much you're showing off, though, right? You got, like, it can be good and it can be bad.
With men?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
There's some that wouldn't want to show off what they're.
That's fair.
Right?
Yeah, so don't wear the tighter ones, I would assume.
Or you could put some Koopa Saw down there or something along those lines.
What just fell down to your ankle?
Smells like meat in here.
It's or a circle.
Some of us need a little help, okay?
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
I don't know the last time you went out on a first date, but the latest info is saying this is the worst thing you can do on a first date.
Well, we know
Top
it's
5 answers.
We know it's not wear gray sweats. I mean, that's barely a good thing to do.
Yeah. And the reasons why are coming in.
Good morning, City.
I would say being on your cell phone during that date.
Being on your phone is actually number 4, my friend. You've cracked the code. Good call.
Good guess. Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Leave it in the pocket, in the purse.
Hello,
Leave
City.
it in your gray sweatpants.
Is that your phone, or you just happen to see me?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Being late.
Being late is number 2. Very good. Oh, yeah, you don't want to be late.
No, that's a bad one.
Yeah, I know. Number 2's a great answer. You get in there, but it's not good enough to win the prize.
For West Final tickets, Bombers, Riders, and Theory of a Dead Man tickets, go ahead.
Talking about your ex or talking to your ex?
That is number 3, my friend.
Talking to her. Just a second, I got to take this phone call.
Talking about, yes.
Oh, I miss you too. Anyway, I got to go. I'm on a date.
Yep.
Hello there. Oh, lost him. 780 City, 780-2484. Good morning.
Hey, can I get help from Kirby?
Kirby, the worst thing you can do on a first date, we know be late, talking to your exes, and being on your phone are in the top 5.
Be rude to the wait staff.
Number 5.
Bad one.
Yeah, any service people you might be dealing with, being rude is a reflection, I guess, on you.
On how they treat people.
Yeah.
Hello there. Oh. Good morning, City.
Hi, get drunk?
That's a great answer, but it's not top 5. Just got snapped.
Oh, then I puked. Oops.
Remember our first date?
Because I don't.
Hi there.
Hi there, good morning.
Good morning.
Can I get
Curbs.
Curbs?
I feel so, I don't know, stumped. Let's go with, can I just hear the question again, Joe?
The worst thing you can do on a first date
Is forget their name.
Oh, great answer, but no, not even in the top 5. That's so good.
Like the Seinfeld episode.
Yeah.
Oh, you.
Yeah. Yes.
Thanks for playing this morning. Bomber tickets up for grabs along with Theory of a Dead Man. Good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning. Is it farting?
No, not breaking wind, passing gas.
Gotta roll that window down fast.
Yeah. Hello. We drove over a sewer. Like, what happened here?
I hate driving in this area.
That
It always
mushroom
stinks.
plant in St. Boniface, what the hell?
Stinks tonight. Hello.
I can't.
talk about work?
No, nothing to do with work.
Complain about your job the whole time.
Listen, and now I got to pay for this?
Cheap boss.
I got to work with Deb tomorrow, and I'm telling you, Deb's so annoying.
She's the worst.
She's a downer.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, you got a guess for us?
I'm going to say chewing food with your mouth open.
No.
Loudly eating.
Yeah. No, nothing to do with
guess.
food. No.
Phil, you would be so
Oh, yeah.
interesting on the dating
Yeah,
scene.
I can't help it. If the food's good,
Yeah.
I'm
You
loud.
would just be
Start
like,
humming.
Sorry, I got to turn my back to you because I like to eat in the corner.
Well, she might try. She's not going to get any of my food.
No
I'll tell you
kidding.
that. I'll bite her arm
You'll
off.
learn that in your first date.
Might as well get to know me.
Wolverine.
Hi, City.
Hi.
Hey, good morning.
Is it eat wings?
It's not eating wings specifically. No.
Why are your lips
I will
so
never,
spicy?
ever go out with you again. No, it's got nothing to do with food.
Okay. 780 City, 780-2484. Good morning.
Morning. How about blowing your nose?
No. No.
At the table.
Nothing to do with manners of any sort either. Okay?
Okay. Western Final tickets on the line along with Theory of a Dead Man. Good morning.
Good morning. Would it be bringing your kids?
I thought kids eat free here. What's going on?
First date.
You know what? We can take that as a correct answer
All right.
because it's basically introducing them to family members. So, yeah, kids would obviously fall into play there. I was thinking more mom and dad on that first date. Hey, by the way, I'd like you to meet my parents. We just got to make a quick
so
stop.
They drove me.
Quick stop here. Yeah, actually, that's my dad driving.
Lost my license.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Oh, man, the Boston Pizza text line absolutely never disappoints. I say it all the time, but damn. Alex says, gray sweats should only be worn when being released from prison.
No, I'm trying to say that they're like they're hot right now. The ladies like the gray sweats.
Apparently, light gray is what you said over darker gray, and a lot of people are saying it accentuates
Something.
something.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's why it's become such a popular
I'm not gonna
color.
lie. I've literally been scrolling on TikTok and I've seen like guys on there like doing a dance or something and they got gray sweatpants on. I'm like, whoa!
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Whoa!
you won't see Joe
Need
or
to
I
strap
doing
that
a
thing
Nope.
down.
doing a dance.
Nope.
Chances are, I mean, I'm thinking of going to the joggers. I can't lie. Like, look, the kids, both my boys wear them.
That's because the NHLers are all wearing them.
They're stylish. Why not get more comfortable? Why I got to wear jeans everywhere?
Yeah.
Just don't wear them with your Crocs.
Well, no, the
No.
Crocs are for camping.
Yeah.
Let's just be clear. And yard
I just
work.
want to make sure there's no
And yard work.
crossover happening.
Every now and then, if I'm feeling lazy, I'll wear them to Safeway.
But you're
for the
not
most
putting
part-
on your special event joggers
No.
to go to do that. You know what I mean?
That's
You're
right.
going with what you got on already.
Someone says commando or nah. So is it
Well,
now?
that's the question. Like, I don't really want to know the answer, but I am curious. Like,
Do some investigative reporting here, Kirby.
Yeah,
you
what
came
is-
up with the gray sweats story.
yeah, well, hey, I'm just here to deliver the facts,
Uh-huh.
and I don't always get them right.
Well, maybe I would say no, personally. That's just
No.
to the commando. I'm not a big fan of commando. Give me some,
That's just living life on the edge there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
One false move and it's all out.
It could hurt. Never mind.
Somebody also said, Joe and Phil, you guys,
yeah.
you need this advice. This guy says, Jeremy, I've broken the code. All the women of the world have been hiding the secret from us for years. The secret is Lululemon sweatpants for men. I own 4 pairs because when you put them on, you're going to understand.
Okay.
Lululemon sweatpants.
For men, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what Joe and I should consider.
That's what Jeremy's
that's what
telling us.
Jeremy
They
is
fit
saying.
nicely. Okay.
Yeah.
If I'll get a pair, Joe, and wear them in, if you'll do it.
I have a pair of their nylon sweats, like a traveling pair. So I don't know if Jeremy's talking about those or if he's talking about more of a
What color are they? I'm talking.
grayish black.
So you have.
Well,
sort
I
of.
don't know. Those aren't the types he's thinking of, I don't think. I think he's thinking more of the old root style or athletic sweatpant.
Somebody,
I'm not
you're getting
sure.
a lot of love for the Lulus for men on the text line from
Okay.
dudes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some gray sweats then. That's
well,
it.
okay.
I'll wear them every day.
No, here's where I'm going to give a little piece of advice. There's a guy that lives in my apartment building, okay? I don't know what he does for a living. He's a hardworking man, okay? He's got a pair of gray sweatpants on.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, like, I don't know if these things have ever been washed. There is all sorts of different stains on there, grease stains, pizza
that's
stains. I don't know
not
what's going on.
The gray sweats we're talking about.
They are starting to separate in the back. I'm not even sure if he's aware of that.
This guy says on the text line, Philly, I'm not sure about commando. You're over 50, and anything dangling in baggy gray sweatpants is not a good thing.
Oh, that's, you know what? You might as well travel around with one of those environmental bags full of grapefruits.
For more Philly, Joe, and Kirby, lock it into 92.1 City weekday mornings 6 to 10.